It's Frizz and Gemz and we back in the spot. Other podcasts beware, we taking your spot. The way we sound on the mic is definitely hot. Stadium seats, we on fleek, you can like it or not. A podcast, stadium seats, the stadium pack. We got the live broadcast and we bringing the facts. See the tailgate crazy, the fans they amaze me. Salute to all the fans who've been rocking with us lately. Each week, stadium seats, here we go. Number one show, that's us, let them know. So when we go live, the magic begin. Box seats, the box office, we call that a win. No secret, sports mania that's always within. Frizz and Gemz, history, let the show begin. Love.
Stadium seats. We are here. We are live. This is Frizz, my main man Gemz, and as always, we got Tay in the house.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, she made it.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the show, the best in the world here.
Best in the world, baby.
We show no mercy in this podcast here.
Best.
Yeah, let's get into it. Let's rock.
Let's get into it. Let's just dip right in and dive right in, guys.
Let's dip into our topics for today. Let's start off with Jalen Ramsey trade. He's going to, what are they getting in return? 2 first-round picks in 2020 and 2021?
Yes, they are.
What do you think that's going to do for the team?
You know what? The Rams are 3-3 right now. So this definitely makes their secondary a little better. Obviously, he's probably the best corner in the league by far, besides Gilmore, right, out of New England, if you ask me. But will it save their season? I don't know. I'm not too up on the Rams right now. I know, they got a tough schedule coming up. They got the Falcons who are horrible besides them. Well, no, let me repeat myself. They got the Falcons and the Bengals coming up.
Oh.
Yeah.
And the struggling Steelers, but they're on the up and up. I just don't think they're going to win that division now with San Fran, but I think it makes their back end better. But I wouldn't have gave up 2 first rounds for that guy. All of a sudden his back is better, guys. He had a hurt back in Jacksonville.
Yeah, well, listen, we all knew that, Jacksonville wasn't going to pay him, right? So I think that was one of the reasons why that he wanted to get out of there. Due to that, that's number one. He wasn't going to get the big contract that he wanted. Number 2 is this, they're getting 2 first rounders, the Jaguars, for Jalen Ramsey. And you know what? The Rams, they needed that. Just check this out. Hear me on this. You got Clay Matthews, he's 33 years old, and Talib, he's 33 years old. He's on the injured reserve, right? So they needed Jalen Ramsey to fill that. But on the back end, I do agree with you, Frizz, about that. But defensively, back into, with the NFL next, this data here I came across with here, 2019, man-to-man coverage. They was only 34% of snaps in 2019. 2018, they were 41%. In 2017, it was 53%. So I think Wade Phillips is going to be very happy with Jalen Ramsey coming to town now that he could put the full-on blitz, and now Ramsey could just take out that number 1 receiver. So I think this is going to be a good thing for the Rams.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, you have to question his injury. If he hasn't played since week 3 and all of a sudden he's good to go on Sunday.
Well, that's the thing. That's the funny part. Miraculously, he's healed because he's where he wants to be. He didn't want to be in Jacksonville. He didn't like the owner. I guess he didn't even like the team.
No,
when they're competitive, and they were winning a little. They were winning a little bit, but heck, we'll see what happens. I'm definitely,
and he's a major upgrade though from Peters. Wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
So
I'm kind of PO'd right there because the Steelers get to play the Rams soon, and we all know Frizz's team is the Pittsburgh Steelers.
No surprise.
Yeah, no surprise there.
Yeah, well, What do we got next?
We got Marcus Peter trade, since we're on the trade topic. He's going from the Rams to the Ravens.
I like it.
Marcus Peters.
I like it.
I think it's
You
a
like
great.
it?
Yeah, go ahead. What do you think?
I like it. I think Baltimore, with their defense right now, adding Marcus Peters, I like that. It's going to be stout. He was on, like, he didn't really impress me out there in LA, but coming to Baltimore with their system, and they got some great leadership players on the defensive side right now. It seems like they're gelling a little bit in Baltimore, and plus they're known for their defense. So with that system, that energy out there with the coaching staff, I think he's going to do good out there. I think it's a good pickup for the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, and we know that when they played Pittsburgh, I can't think of, I'm drawing a blank right now. He went down with a season-ending injury. Who was their safety? Well, anyways, here nor there, that's definitely going to help them on the back end as well. But here's why I'm just not thinking that that's going to be an upgrade for them, because who do they have in the next few games? They have Seattle at Seattle, okay? Tough place to play. I think Russell Wilson's going to do his thing. Then they play New England. Then they got like a little bit of a down week with the Bengals. Then they got the Texans, and then they got the Rams.
It's tough, but that's why they need them. That's why
you're right.
That's why they need them. So some of these games
for the round that he got, a fifth rounder?
Yeah, in return they get linebacker Kenny Young and a 5th round pick in the 2020 draft. Wow,
that's a steal.
It is a steal, but you got to understand his performance out in LA wasn't really that good.
Also, you got to take into consideration that after this year, he becomes a free agent. So are the Ravens willing to keep him on board?
Doubt it.
I don't know. They're gonna have to pay him some
bucks. That was a big determining factor too for the Rams in this trade. So,
yeah, who would you rather pay, Peterson or Ramsey?
I don't know. Who cares? Shout out to those two trades, though.
Yeah, shout out.
Yeah, good luck.
What do we got up next, hey?
Saquon Barkley and the Giants. He missed the last 3 games with an ankle injury, and it seems like he was at full practice on Wednesday. Now, the Giants are 2-4, and they're 3rd in the NFC East, I'm sorry. What do you think of him? What do you think about him coming back to the Giants? I
think he's rushing.
Of course.
He's super rusty. Yeah, he's rusty. He's much needed, but I still think he's hurt. I think they're rushing him back. I think they should just take their time with Saquon. I mean, he's the franchise guy. He's 80% of their offense right now. I just think that they need to let this ankle heal so he is 100%, so he could show that, to show the league and all the fans out there that he is the best running back in the NFL. They're 2-4 right now with the Giants. I just don't see them being successful this year. They weren't winning with him, so just let him heal and then take it from there and start adding pieces from the draft. Let's take it slow. I don't think the Giants are going anywhere anytime soon this year.
No, don't heal. You're good. Tape it up. Wow. Get out there. You're on the fantasy squad, Barkley. Okay?
Oh, okay. Selfish. Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
I'm not a Giants fan. It's all good.
It's not about being a Giants fan. It's about being an analyst here.
It's about being an analyst.
I'm being an analyst, but I definitely think if the kid says he's ready, which he said, I think I'm good. No doubt.
I think I'm good. I think I'm good. Okay. That means you're not good.
We all know that every NFL player, for the most part, plays with some hampering injury all year. And I understand he's a running back and, he hits cuts, whatever, puts a foot in the ground, cut back, do this, do that. But thank you, Saquon. I appreciate it.
He's the offense.
I will start you if you're out there. Give me 20 plus, and then we'll be good to go. I agree. He's, Daniel Jones gotta breathe a sigh of relief right there, right?
Oh, the
I
way he
mean,
looked. Oh, the way he
oh
looked
my
against
Lord.
New England. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, well, I know. They should probably bring
Wow.
what we talked about last week. Maybe they should bring Eli back
Yeah,
in.
bring
I don't
Eli
know.
back for that. Whoa.
My Lord. Yeah, it
Yeah.
got ugly, right?
Ugly. Real quick.
Whew, big time. Big time. So, you know what? Shout out Saquon.
Yeah, shout out to Saquon, man.
Penn State alumni.
Whiteout this weekend.
White out
back
this
from his
weekend.
injury, so we wish him the best and stay injury free because you got fantasy points to make up.
Oh,
No doubt.
For
Tay,
Frizz.
Tay,
For
don't
Frizz.
I don't
start.
play
Don't
fantasy
thank
start
you.
football.
this, Tay.
You play
Don't
fantasy
start.
football, Gemz?
Not this year. Don't
Yeah,
start.
me either.
Yeah.
Me either. I do have to say that I started playing a few years back, and oddly enough, I was not invited back after that because I won.
Well, I wouldn't have invited you back neither.
Are you serious? So I'm not in any fantasy football leagues. If y'all want to invite me to your fantasy football league next year, I'm all for it.
Oh,
All
there
right.
you go.
Well,
there we go.
what's up next,
Let's
Tay?
hop on to my favorite sport, baseball.
Oh boy.
Baseball, Houston and the Yankees. And so we all know that they got called off yesterday due to inclement weather. So they're scheduled to play today. I believe they're playing right now. Or about to
They're
start.
already
Playing
in. Bottom
in
first.
New York. Let's go.
So the following game that was scheduled for today, actually that was scheduled for today, is pushed till Friday. And I have to give it up for Houston for pulling that big win. Everybody thought that Yankees was going to take the win back in the first game, back in the Bronx. Had to prove y'all wrong.
Wow.
Well,
Wow.
FYI on that, Zach Greinke's on the mound.
Yeah, and that's not good.
He just put 4 straight balls. He just put LeMahieu on. So his ERA is huge
8.38.
in the postseason.
Ooh.
He's gave up how many bombs in the postseason?
In the postseason, he's allowed 5 home runs.
5 bombs.
That's
Yeah,
not good.
he's had 2 starts in the postseason, allowed 5 home runs in these games with an 8.38 ERA. It's not looking very good, but the advantage is that the Astros lead the series 2-1. So let's see how the rest of this game plays out.
They got home field back, so
Yeah,
That's
and also I will say that Torres for the Yanks owns this guy. So that's going to be an interesting matchup tonight, to see what he could do against Greinke because right now it's early. We don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's early, but
It's the bottom of
Yep,
the first.
there's a lot of game left.
there's a lot of game left.
The
But
first one he's already have how many on base?
Just one. Just so he
Oh.
walked the first guy. But I think, like I said, it'll go 7 innings. So shout out to the
To
7
the
innings,
Astros.
7 games.
7 games. I'm sorry. I
7
apologize.
Jeez, what's
It's
going
been a
on
rough
here?
day, man.
Man,
Give me a break.
man.
Hating on Frizz tonight.
Ah,
Hey, you know what? I just
It's
want
hating
to
on
take
Frizz every day.
a quick second to give a shout out to our main man, Philly, who
Okay.
produced one of our new logos for stadium seats. So
Oh, nice.
definitely,
Shout out to Philly. Yeah.
Shout out to Philly. Philly.
Shout out to Philly. He's in the city of Philadelphia, brotherly love, showing us love.
No doubt.
233 alumni.
233 all day.
Salute.
Philly.
So
233.
it's always.
That
So,
reminds me of 227.
Salute, Philly. I appreciate it. We're going to have that logo on all our major platforms: Spotify, iTunes podcast, YouTube. You
Twitter.
can tweet us while we got a break here at Seat Stadium for our Twitter handle. In Gemz, some very, very exciting news. Okay.
Yeah.
We have 27 followers.
Yes.
That's awesome. Yeah.
We're growing.
We went
We're
from
growing.
7 to 27.
We're growing. And then I actually, we get followed. We're lit right now out in Cleveland right now.
That's good.
So, the Believe Land pod, it's called. We're following each other. They haven't really kicked it off yet. So we went back and forth on a few messages and,
Nice.
just wished each other luck. I told them I'd shout them out. They said the same to us. So the Believe Land pod on Twitter, okay, Believe Land pod, at the Believe Land pod, hit them up, follow them,
Much love to the Believe Land pod.
So we're lit out there in Cleveland right now, hopefully. We're trying to get...
Shout out to Cleveland. Shout out.
Just trying to get followers, man. That's all. We just want listeners. We're here for you.
To Cleveland.
And why wouldn't they tune in, right? We're like the best.
Well, yeah, we are the best
in the world. I am. Best in the world.
We are the best in the world.
I don't know about
Even though...
Wait a minute. She just say I?
I'm the best in the world. I don't know about you guys.
Not a good teammate.
You know what? I can let you guys fight about this all night, but we got to move on because we got to move in to our email segment.
From the best fans.
EC Sports, what does she got?
EC Sports is tuning in to the NBA. And what's up, Frizz, Tay, and Gemz? Hey, EC Sports.
What's going on, EC?
Yeah.
She wants to know in the NBA duels, list these NBA duels from best overall performance to least for the upcoming NBA season.
Right,
here's her list.
Who do we have?
She's got James Harden and Russell Westbrook. I got to give it up. I got to take that one. Just, Houston all the way.
What's the other ones?
Wait a minute. We got LeBron James and Anthony Davis. And the third one is Kawhi Leonard and Paul George.
Kawhi. You're funny. Tay's hilarious.
Yeah, she got her own name. It's all good.
Hate on Tay Day.
No, I'm just kidding. It is. Because you hated on Frizz the other day. Well,
shout out to Kawhi.
Kawhi up in the house today.
You know what?
Shout out to Kawhi. Shout out to
Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi. Wasn't that a rap song back in the day?
I think it was an R&B song.
Kawhi.
Okay, so anyways, I'm not picking that duo because I can't even pronounce his name. So I'm going to go with James Harden and Russell Westbrook.
H-Town, huh?
H-Town all the way.
What about you, Frizz?
I'm going with the king, man. LeBron and Anthony Davis. I got to. I definitely...
It's an easy pick.
And it's not really because I definitely like Leonard and George. I think that tandem's going to be great over there in the Clippers.
You like Kawhi?
Yeah, Kawhi. I like him. He just shout out to him. He just won a championship. I got to go with the king though, and Anthony Davis. I think those two are going to be great complement to each other. Now you got a big man down low. LeBron can maybe take some pressure off driving. He's getting older. So maybe he'll pull up a little bit more instead of driving the lane. You know what I mean, Gemz? You're a basketball guy.
Yeah, you know what? So the question was, rank them or who's going to be the best duo?
Yeah, just
rank
performance to
So let's rank them
overall.
So let's rank them. I'm gonna take talent wise. I will take LeBron James and Anthony Davis, but. Okay, if we're going off of talent, then I would go the King, Anthony Davis, then I go Kawhi George, and then Harden and Westbrook. But realistically, if you look at the NBA and you look how everything, if you look at the series last year, it was all about defense or what Kawhi and them did out there in Toronto. They were locked. They locked everyone down. They have really good defense. So when you go in the playoffs in the NBA, you got to get stops, right? Mm-hmm. Every possession counts. You got to get stops. So I'm going to go realistically to win a championship. I'm going to go with the Clipper guys, and that's Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, number one. I'll go, LeBron and AD, number two, and then Harden and Westbrook. The reason why I'm putting Harden and Westbrook at number three is that they haven't sold me on if they could, play together at this time
In
at
their
this
career.
point of their career, because it's like when they first played together in Oklahoma City, Westbrook was the man, and then Harden was coming off the bench, and then KD was the guy. Now it's kind of reverse, where it's like, all right, Westbrook isn't really the guy. He's playing the 2 guard, and really he handles the ball. He's used to handling the ball. He's a dominant player, and now you got Harden. He's the dominant player. Harden is not going to pass the ball really like that. Now, Westbrook will play some defense, but I just don't think that tandem's going to work in the long run. So I got them ranked 3rd. It's all about defense in the NBA, especially coming out the West. The West is very, very talented. I mean, going up against those guards every night, So I got Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, the best duo.
I'm staying with the King, dude.
Yeah, I'm sticking to H-Town.
I'm staying with the King. Shout out.
That's a good question, though. Shout out to EC Sports, though.
Shout out to EC Sports. Keep the questions coming.
You are a stadium seat season ticket holder, EC Sports. Thank you.
Yeah.
Shout out all day. Let's go. What's the next? The next email, okay, it kind of threw me off a little bit, Gemz, because, I mean, I read it. And we're gonna read, I guess, some of it because it's long.
It's pretty lengthy, but
it's.
I can read it. Y'all want me to read it all?
Let's read it though. Like we need.
Okay.
I mean, we got listeners.
We want to read it all.
Okay, so I'm not sure if this is a real name, and people can email us with anonymous name if they don't want their name on here, and that's perfectly fine. This one is signed, and don't make fun of me if I pronounce it wrong. Lemmer Surge.
Lemmer. What up, Lemmer? Shout out.
Or Lemmer.
What's up, Lemmer? Shout
Lemmer
out.
to go along with koala.
Whoa.
Oh, to God. Read the question. Let's go, Tay.
Here we go. It says,
we just got dropped.
What's up, Stadium Seats? I've been listening to last couple of podcasts and I'm digging the show. Yo. Especially now that you have a sexy voice on there.
Oh, God.
Okay, Tay. And that is actually how it is spelled in the email. It actually says, okay, Tay.
Oh, my God.
It is always nice to hear a female's point of view in the sports world. Thank you, Mr. Limmer. I just want to touch base on those New York Yankees. I love seeing them lose. I agree. My first question is for Frizz. Here we go. They got spanked in Game 3, and you said they're going to win the series. I just don't think they have the starting pitching to get them there. Has your mind changed about them winning the series over the Astros? If not, tell me why you are so confident they are going to prevail.
All right, Lemur. First of all, you might have got us mixed up. That was Gemz. Okay? That was Gemz all the way. He's the Yankee lover. I took Houston in 7, but
can I go ahead.
No, thanks for the love, but I got Houston in 7.
Thanks for the love, Mr.
So
Lemmer.
what do you got, Gemz?
So Lemmer. Shout out to you in your city. So let me just comment on what Lemmer had to say about the Yankees pitching. In Game 3, it wasn't even about their pitching at all. It was about their bats. Okay. So again, New York, they put at least 2 runners on base in 3 of the first 5 innings and had go-ahead runs at the plate 8 times. Now, grant you, Garrett Cole is great. He's box office. But you know what? In the beginning of the game, he was folding a little bit. He didn't have his rhythm. It was hard for him to find the strike zone. So with that being said, the Yankees had a chance still in Game 3, and they came out flat offensively. They had 9 batters on base, and they couldn't bring them home. They went 0 for 6 when people were on base, and that is just a bad stat right there. Okay, so it's not about the Yankees pitching. It's basically about what happened offensively with the Yanks bats. And I'm going to just leave this stat and I'm done with this because I think,
please.
Yeah, because I'm not going to go deep into it.
Yeah, just accept that the Yankees are losers.
No, listen, all I have to say is this. In the 3 games that were played, Edwin and Carcion went 1 for 12. Brett Gardner, 2 of 14. Greg Gris 1 for 12, Gary Sanchez 1 for 13, Ursula 2 for 11. They combined of 7 for 62, with a percentage of .113. You won't beat the Astros like that. It had nothing to do with pitching. But shout out to Limmer, though.
Shout out, dude. Yeah, you definitely got it confused because I took Houston. I just didn't think they'd do as well up there in the cold weather, but they proved me wrong. Let's see what happens tonight. What else does Limmer say?
Second question from Limmer. Second question for all of you would be about the Ramsey trade.
Oh, we already
just touched on
that.
this, but let me just finish reading this. Right now, the Rams are sitting 12th overall defensively, giving up 22 points and about 240 yards in the air per game. How does this trade help them and affect their opponents going forward? Is Ramsey going to have a negative input to the Rams or be more of a positive one?
It's going to be positive because he could play man to man on the opposing number one receiver. So it's going to be positive on that. And he's going to have a positive impact on the defensive end regarding with Wade Phillips, because now he could start sending some blitzers. And he don't have to worry about one side of the field. So it's going to be positive. And I think that's a good come up for the Rams. There's a lot of holes in that defense.
Yeah, Gemz, what it can do is it isolates a guy, so you could lock Ramsey up one-on-one if you wanted to on your number one receiver, and on the back end you could play zone, you can play some kind of cover 5 or something like that. So you can do a lot of mixing up now, and especially if you're going, trips bunch on the left, and you got your singled out receiver on the right, you can lock him up. So definitely, like we talked about earlier, definitely going to help out the Rams.
Shout out. Yeah.
What else?
Shout out. Another one of his questions.
My Lord, longest email ever, Lemur.
I like it though. I like it.
How about them Cowgirls?
Okay, he hates the Cowgirls too.
Do I. Cowboys. Gemz, you really hit a nerve saying that.
Whoa.
You really hit a nerve saying that they're going to get heated up and they're just off to a slow start. I don't think Dak is good. He is trash. Okay, that's not our opinion here at Stadium Seats. This is exactly how the email reads. If they're going to win, they need to feed Zeke every play. Frizz, I agree that Garrett blows and should be fired.
Whoa. Okay.
I don't know if I said that, but okay.
Dak or Rivers? It is unfortunate that Rivers is a Charger. He could have a Super Bowl ring. If he was the Cowboys quarterback, what would be the outcome of this year and what would their record be right now?
Let me go real quick, Gemz. He wants to know if Rivers would be a Cowboy if there would be a Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, but where does that even come from?
I don't know. He's just out of here.
Because there's so many things that feed into this.
First of all, thanks, Lemur. Yeah, the Cowboys are trash. I think they go down from here. Jason Garrett, they need to get out of there. Rivers, he's a gunslinger. He has 9 kids too, so he's got a lot of mouths to feed. So he kind of, I don't know, nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Have to do? Whoa.
Nothing. I just wanted to say it because it's hilarious.
He's a family man.
Yeah. Man, that's a lot of kids. But anyway, no, I don't think the Cowboys would have a Super Bowl ring even if Rivers was there. You could put Joe Montana with the Cowboys. And, I think the problem with the Cowboys, Lemur, is their owner. Jerry Jones don't let anybody else call any shots. He makes all the shots. He makes all the calls. He tells people what they want. He's the GM. He's the owner. He don't let people do their job. I think if they kind of took the reins off of Garrett a little bit, maybe he'd do a little better. I don't know, but I don't know what goes on in that office. This is just from an outsider's viewpoint.
And there has been history with the Cowboys, right? Where Jerry Jones,
Jimmy Johnson,
shot. Exactly. That's what I was getting to.
I mean,
well, I tell you what, the way Rivers played against the Pittsburgh Steelers this previous week, I would go with Dak all the way. That's number one. Now, historically, Rivers has been, he's a Hall of Famer. He's going to Hall of Fame. There's no question about that. He hasn't won a Super Bowl ring. But, comparing Rivers and Dak this season, I think Dak has it all the way. And we could compare stats, but I'm not going to get into all that. But I'll just say this. When it comes to the Dallas Cowboys, they're going to have their guys back. They're going to be ready to go. And yeah, I do agree that they need to start feeding Zeke in the beginning of the game. Stop being more pass happy in the beginning of the game and grind out with Zeke and run them. You paid them the money, give it to them 20, 25 times a game. I mean, that's your bread and butter right there. And that's going to open up a lot of opportunity offensively in the pass game. So, and you're going to see it's in Dallas. I believe it's in Dallas this week, correct? This weekend.
Yeah.
I believe it's in Dallas. So I think Dallas is going to steal this win due to the fact that they're going to run the ball. They're going to do a pound and ground game, and then Amari Cooper is going to be back. He's going to play, and he's going to get it going on the outside. So once Dallas starts hitting on all cylinders there, I think they're going to steal this game this week.
All right, no doubt. And
let's see
the
how
longest
the Cowboys
email
do
ever
this week.
We got one more part, right?
We got one more part to this long email from Mr. Lemmer. And this question is for me. My question for Tate is this. If the WNBA wants to get a better following and grow bigger, why don't they start with the coaches? And there's follow-up questions to this, but I'm going to start with that. We can't put it all on the coaches because the growth of a sport or the publicity of a sport, gaining momentum, gaining fans is not the coach's responsibility. The coaches have huge responsibility with managing the team, putting the team together and whatnot. Outside of that, coaches have no control over endorsements, over the media, and that's really who you need buy-in from. You need buy-in from businesses and the media and endorsements.
Yeah, we talked about this, right?
Exactly. Follow-up question. Gemz, you got something?
Yeah, I mean, you just can't compare like a head coach coming from college and coming to the WNBA. You can't compare that. It's a different market. There's a lot more money. It's a lot more popularity in college versus the WNBA. So bringing in like a face from the college level going into the WNBA, it doesn't work like that. The popularity still has to grow. That market still has to grow over time for them to get to the level that he's talking about. I think there is. There's going to be over time. Mm-hmm. I do believe there's going to be a major attraction to the WNBA. Mark my words on that. Everyone loves basketball. Basketball is an international sport, and there's a lot of popularity.
I'm saying.
What are you saying?
The college coaches are more popular than WNBA coaches.
They are.
That's what I'm trying to say.
In the WNBA,
it's a different market.
Women's basketball, yes.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I mean, just look at the salaries. I mean, I think the median salary for coaching is like, I don't know, what, 70,000 or something like that.
More than
compared to the college coaches in D1, I mean, they're making way more money than that. So, with these, if you go to Connecticut and you go to these top D1 schools, so it's a different market. College basketball is more popular in WNBA right now. So until that switches, then, we'll have another conversation.
Yeah. And there's follow-up questions to this. Who are the coaches? He goes on to say, I know that women's NCAA coaches are the truth and well known. Why isn't the WNBA going after these coaches? Set aside, and here's one interesting question. Set aside the colleges pay a ton of money and WNBA makes little. I get it. Would that change the face of the game?
No, it wouldn't, because still the money is in the college game right now. So a D1 coach, a women's basketball coach, wouldn't go to the WNBA just off of business alone, until, it's turned around in the WNBA. You're not a face, a coach isn't going to change the way business is generated. No, it doesn't work like that.
I agree completely. I will end this email, and much love to Lem Dog, who closes his email with knowledge is power. I will finish this saying that in the last 2 years, the marketing has increased by over 200% for the WNBA. So we're headed in the right direction.
Yeah, it's going to happen. Trust me, it will happen. It's going to be popular. It's going to be generating a lot of money. It's just not there yet.
I agree. Moving on, we have some NFL picks coming up. We have some games this week. What we got?
Well, right now going on is the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. They're getting ready to, wind down in the first quarter. Denver's down 7-6, and we didn't really get a chance to talk about this game before it started, but I got Denver in this one. I think they're going to upset a hurt Patrick Mahomes. He's already banged up. I definitely think that Denver's going to pull this one out, guys.
I got the Chiefs on this one.
Yeah, I got the Chiefs too.
Yeah,
they dropped 2 in a row. I got the Chiefs.
You're outnumbered, Gemz. Not you, Gemz, Frizz.
Oh, see? She's hating.
Okay,
hey, real quick, before we definitely dive into our picks, I just want to take a shout out to tell you, hit us up on our Twitter, okay, at Seat Stadium. All right? Email us at Stadium Seats Podcast, but DM us if you're on Twitter now, following us, your questions. Down in the DM. Hey, hit us up. We want to talk to you. We want to talk to the fans. We're trying to blow up here. Okay, let's go, guys. Here it is. NFL Stadium Seats Weekly Pick'em. Let's rock. Okay, Rams at the Falcons.
Ooh, this is a good one. I'm gonna let y'all pick while I ponder on that.
I'm going definitely the Rams all the way. Who you got, Gemz?
I got the Falcons.
I'm gonna go with the Falcons too.
Oh man, wow. 3-3 versus 1-5. Okay. Dolphins, Bills. Bills Mafia all the way here. Dolphins still winless.
Bills.
I'm going to go with the Dolphins just because I believe in them. They got to win one. Just one.
Wow, Tay.
Just
okay,
one.
Tay.
Okay.
You're so funny.
Just one.
You're so funny. I believe in the Dolphins.
I'm going to pick them every week until they win. And then I can
Who
say,
says
I
that?
told you.
They're minus 17. Buffalo's minus 17.
She said that with passion, too. I believe in the Dolphins. Moving on.
17-point favorite, Buffalo Bills. Jaguars, Bengals, 0-6 Bengals again.
I'm going to go with the Jaguars on that.
What do you got, James?
I got Jaguars. I can't. The Bungles. I just can't.
I can't go with the Bungles either. Vikings at the Lions. Give me the Lions in this one. They got screwed last week.
They did. They really did. Hey, how about those refs, man? I believe the refs cost them that game. That's not fair.
I'm going with the Lions.
I like both of those teams. I like both of them. I really like the Vikings, but I really, really like the Lions too.
Gemz, your team, the Raiders. You're a Raiders fan. They're heading over to Lambeau.
Yeah, got the hat on now. Yeah, let's go.
Give me the Pack in that one. Go to 6-1.
Stop it. Ice Cube, salute. Big 3. I got the Raiders hat on. Let's go. Today was a good day, baby. Let's go.
Looking like Eazy-E over there right now with the Lokes.
Yeah. Shout out to the West Side.
You know what? That's shout out though.
Shout out to the West Side.
Let's get a little horn for them going on over there. Texans, Colts. That's a big one.
I'll take the Texans.
I like the Colts.
I got the Colts. I like the Colts. Let's go.
Same here. Give me the Colts.
Okay.
Cards, Giants. What a miserable game. Give me Saquon Barkley and the Giants.
That shouldn't even be on locally, honestly. I got the Giants.
I'll take the Cardinals.
Okay. 49ers at the Redskins. Definitely taking the Niners to go 6-0 here, even though they're going over to Washington.
I'll take the Niners.
I got the Niners in that one. Yeah. I got the Niners, yeah.
Chargers, Titans. 2-4 teams going at it. Mariota got benched for Tannehill.
We all knew that was coming.
Yeah. I mean, that's a toss-up game if you ask me. I'm going with the Tennessee Titans at home. Give me the home team.
I'm going with the Chargers.
I gotta go with the Titans. Chargers looked crazy last week.
Yeah, they looked absolutely horrible, right? Hold up.
I can't do it.
This interesting matchup here. 3:30 game Central Time. 5-1 New Orleans Saints versus the 3-2 Chicago Bears, the monsters of the Midway. I'm going with the Bears defense at home.
I got the Bears. Come on, Bears. Let's go. Chi-Town.
I'm going with the Saints.
The Saints will go marching on for Tay, hopefully, but I like the Bears in that one. Ravens, Seahawks. Seahawks are going to take care of business up there in Seattle.
Yeah, I like Russell. I'll take the Seahawks.
I got the Ravens in that one. Upset.
Then we got the almighty Dallas Cowboys at home versus the 3-3 Philadelphia Eagles. And Peterson said, I guarantee we beat the Cowboys. Go ahead. I'm backing you, Doug Peterson. I think you're going to win over there in Dallas.
Jerry's World. Let's go. Jerry's World.
I'm going to go with the Eagles.
And finally, Monday night,
really,
the New England Patriots versus the new look New York Giants, or the New York Jets, I'm sorry. The Jets, Jets, Sam Darnold, Mono versus Mono.
You're horrible.
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad.
You know what? Give me
bad.
the Patriots to beat them by about 20. I don't care who's quarterbacking for the Jets. They're not going to beat New England on Monday night.
I got the Patriots on that one. That's a no-brainer.
Listen, I said it when we first started this podcast that they're going to lose, to the Jets one time this year, and this is the time. I'm going with the Jets.
Oh,
this is
he's calling it.
This is it.
We'll see.
Well, we got breaking news: 1-0 New York Yankees. And
can I say something?
Go ahead, man.
It depends.
I got something off my chest. I gotta get off. Is that all right? In that email with Limdog, that kind of hurt me. It said he or she, I don't know, but this person said something about Tay's voice, and I just wanted to address this. So
what do you got?
I felt offended when this person said that.
Why?
because I believe that I have the best voice.
Oh, here
out
we
of
go.
Us three. I think that my voice draws our audience, not Tay. So I just want to give a shout out to the people out there that that's listening in. It's all about the community. It's all about sports. We do this for fun. But
hey, Gemz.
I was a little bit taken back that he mentioned Tay's voice instead of mine, or she mentioned Tay's voice instead of mine. So
you want some cheese with that wine?
I'm just,
hey man,
I've been working on this for years.
I don't even care what my voice sounds like. I'm just here to spread the word, people. So for the fans,
Frizz, let's do a poll.
What's
Frizz.
the poll?
Who got the best?
I'm not even including myself in this poll.
Give 10 seconds of your best voice recording.
I give 45 minutes of it, twice a week. So
okay, go ahead.
It's out
you
there.
Got 10 seconds. Go ahead. Go ahead, Gemz.
I'm not gonna.
For the poll.
It's a little
for the poll.
It's a little bit.
I'm not even doing this. I'm shooting you both.
Put the poll up there.
We can put it up there. We will for the fans, but I'm not putting my name on this because I don't even care.
What?
I was like, Limdog.
My voice right now is horrible. It doesn't matter.
Okay, Tay, her voice. I'm like, whoa.
Okay.
Oh, Gemz.
Okay, Tay. That's exactly how it read.
All right, that's it. All right, friends, let's move on.
Moving on. Hey, always hit us up. Stadium Seats Podcast at gmail.com. Seats, Stadium. We're out here. We're trying to get followers. We're trying to be here for the people.
Wow.
Hey, I've always wanted to do this. Can I do this?
Is that des? Okay,
Tay out. Drop the pen.
It's not drop the pen, it's drop the mic.
No, I have a pen.
Yeah, you're good.
Hey, real quick though. Shout out to my Pittsburgh Steelers out on a bye week. I had to talk about them one time at least. Okay? Get healthy, boys. Because guess what? The Dolphins, we're coming for you on Monday night. Let's go. We're coming for the Dolphins.
We'll win that one.
We're coming for the Dolphins.
If the Dolphins win that one, seriously, I'm not watching again.
Oh, shoot.
Hey, we're coming.
Mark my words on that.
Hey, you can make sure you listen, tune in. We're on Spotify. We're on iTunes. Podcast.
Much love to all of our listeners and fans.
We're YouTube.
Yeah, much love to everybody. This is for fun, but, we love sports, so we got to talk about it. So let's talk.
We're getting out of here. Thank you all. Later. Frizz!
Stadium seats, so what can I say? It's the end of the show with Gemz, Frizz, and Tay. So tune in the next week, we bringing the heat. And subscribe to the page, that mean we hot in the street. At Seat Stadium, the Twitter be that Tay. With the topics, he's bringing the facts. See the style so great and the swag so bomb. Stadium Seat Podcast at gmail.com. Love.